Good morning, people. Welcome to another weird jet washing video, and I'm back after a sabbatical for doing any filming. I'm back, so I've decided I'm going to try and upload a bit more regular. Sorry to anybody who's been waiting for me to put videos out. I've had messages just with people asking me what's happening. The truth is, it's a lot of effort to film jobs, and it's a lot of editing. You've got to watch everything back, and even I'm doing basic editing, and it's taking me like 4 hours a video, so it's really not worth it, especially when you're trying to do jobs and you're busy, and you really need to be passionate about this stuff to want to do it. And I'd lost all the kind of passion. But speaking to, I don't know if anybody knows Matt from Onyx, speaking to Matt the other day, and he was saying to me about how, if you imagine putting 2,500 people in a room, how many people that is. He says that's how many followers you've got and people that are interested in watching what you're doing. So it kind of gave me a wee kick up the arse to get back to filming again, and we've got an absolute belter of a job today. We are on a WetPour clean in a place in Glasgow called Castlemilk, and it's a centre for disabled children. So I said, I don't know if I've mentioned it in the past, that I've got a contract with a company called ScotPlay, who do WetPour for playgrounds for the councils and centres, and I've got the contract to clean this, and it's an absolute belter of a job. So I'm just going to let you see, I'm doing it again with my mate Declan from Property Improvement Bros. We're teaming up quite a lot on big jobs now, which is taking the stress away from me, and I'm not having to worry about labourers and trying to find staff members and stuff, so it's helping me out massively. I don't need to tell Declan what to do. He knows what he's doing, he's very capable, he does this himself for a living, so it works out great for both of us. So wait till you see this. So all in all, it's about 310 metres squared, so we have to clean it all and get it all looking lovely, and the only reason we're doing that is because they're pouring new WetPour on top and it won't stick to the dirt. So all of this is getting re-poured, so this is just a surface for the new stuff to stick to. So we're hoping to get it done today. I've booked it in for 2 days, but we're hoping to get it done today. So I'll let you see exactly what we're up against. We've got all this up here, it goes all the way down. Now the warden who looks after this place has kindly got rid of all the brambles, all the weeds that were all round the side here. We were asked to kind of do that as well, but he's done it all for us. Lovely guy, so can't thank him enough for that. We've got all under here to do. So yeah, it's a big area, but hopefully we can get it done today. 2 machines running, 2 21 litre a minute Hondas. We should get it battered out today, so that's the plan. But if anybody knows what my jobs go like, it never always goes to plan with me, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, we'll get set up, we'll get started. Right everyone, so we're getting there. That's the 2 tanks empty, so we're using 2 water sources. There's 2 water taps on the building, but my tank's managed to stay full for quite a while, but Declan's, he's got 2 tanks with him and both of them have emptied quite quick, so I think the water tap around that side of the building isn't as great as the one on this side. I don't know, they don't seem to be pulling for the same water source, so I don't know, but a load of mess, man. We can already see there's going to be a problem with drainage on the job. It's just pools of water everywhere, so I'll let you see. And there's just water all over this area, but I mean that's like an hour's cleaning and we've got maybe 3/4 of it done already. So the rinsing's the worst part with the WetPour. Takes a lot of rinsing to try and get it to look decent. Now, as I said at the start of the video, this is getting WetPour relayed on top of it, so it doesn't need to be perfect. They just need it clean so that the new WetPour will stick. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to clean it, rinse it all, chemical treat it, and then we'll rinse it again, and that should be us done. Now, the warden for the building needs to be done for 3 o'clock today. That's when he finishes. So as I say, I had this booked in for 2 days. I was hoping to get it done today, and that's still the plan. So we're hoping we can be done for 3 o'clock. Worst case scenario, I'm hoping that the warden will stay behind a little bit longer. But we'll see how the day pans out. Right guys, so we've done the majority of the cleaning. It's actually come up really nice. It will come up a lot better once it's been chemical treated, but we're dealing with some real bad flooding here. Sorry, I'm breathing, I've been brushing water for ages. So, look at this. So the company that asked us to do this asked it to, so obviously you've got the WetPour ramps, which are these bits here that go up the side. So they asked us to make sure that the edges were exposed for the new stuff to be poured on. So we had to cut all this back. You can see where the edges of the WetPour are. So that needs to be on show for the new stuff to go down. So Declan's just giving it a once over with the surface cleaner again. I'm going to try and shift as much of this water as we can before we get the chemical down, because we want the chemical to soak right in and clean a lot of this, just so that it's sanitised for the new stuff going down. But yeah, it's coming up amazing. The time is, let me see, so it is now 5 to 1, 12:55, so we need to be out of here for 3 o'clock. So we're hoping to have it done by then. See how things go. So that's us got the chemical on. We used a lot of chemical there, just because it's very porous, this stuff. So we've used about 40 litres of hypo. I just always apply it open. I don't do 5 to 1, 3 to 1. I think it takes too long. So I just obviously price that into the job. So we've used about 40 litres of hypo, and it's coming up unbelievable already. Look at the difference in that. So we'll let this dwell for about 20, 25, 30 minutes. Just let's see if it will lift some of this tough black spot that's here. As I say, it's quite bad up here. I'm hoping it will lift it. It's not a big deal if it doesn't anyway. As I say, it's new stuff's going on it, but it's just for aesthetics and look, you want it to come off. So if not, we'll try and spot treat it, or I may just leave it. Just depends. We'll see how tough it is to remove. So we'll leave that, get that done. I put a wee post on my YouTube the other night. I'm going to be posting more frequently now. I'm going to try and get back to weekly. I know the season's starting to die down, so don't hold me to that as much. But from next season, I'm going to really give it a go with posting more frequently, trying to get better videos. I've just bought another drone, so I'll be able to do a lot of drone footage and stuff again. I'm really looking forward to getting back in about it. Yeah, so things are starting to look up again. I'm starting to get the buzz back to do this stuff, so we'll continue, see how it goes. So I'll let you see the finished result. So that's us done. Now, we were wondering why we gave it a couple of chemical treatments, and we've used about just over 40 litres of hypo, and we noticed that it was still patchy. So we were wondering why it was still patchy, and we chemical treated it again. But it turns out that it's not. The place is completely clean. It's actually the little rubber bits of the WetPour are all coming away in certain areas, and it makes it look as if the WetPour's dirty, but it's not, it's just patchy. So I'll show you what I mean. So you can see this area is completely clean, but if you go in close, you can see where there's bits of the WetPour all missing, and it's a black layer underneath it. So when you look at the full area, it looks patchy, but it's actually not. It's completely clean, it's completely rinsed. It's just really patchy areas, but I'll let you see it because that's us finito. It's come out amazing. As I say, they're going to lay new stuff on top of it. They just wanted the moss, all the kind of algae and chemical treated so that they could get the new stuff to stick. So I will let you see the finished result, and remember, this is clean, it's just patchy due to the rubber bits coming away from the WetPour. So that's us. That is it, all done, ready for the new layer to go on, and then the children can get to use it again. So again, thank you everybody who's took the time to watch, and I'll try and get some more videos out more regularly again. I hope you all have a great week ahead, and again, I always say it, if anybody's looking for a hand who's just starting out or they're struggling, contact me on social media or through my YouTube, and I will do whatever I can to help you. But again, thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.